looking at the regulation that you've just mentioned, I understand South Africa is developing an AI framework.
Yes.
Where are we in terms of how to regulate these emerging technologies?
Sure. So in South Africa, we had something called the Draft AI Policy Framework, which was published last year. It was open for comment until November. And now what they've done is they've basically compiled all those comments and they've put together the next draft. So if I'm not mistaken, the first draft had 9 pillars that it was looking at, and the new draft has 14 pillars. So it's quite an expanded version of what we saw last year. And it's really taken into account a lot of the industry comments from various stakeholders that they received. That draft, as I understand it, is sitting with the minister for signature. So it's already been kind of compiled. And once the minister has signed it, we will get the next version of that published for comment again. So it will be this year. Exact dates when we're going to get that, it's in the pipeline. So I don't know the exact dates, but I know everybody's quite excited to see the next version, to be part of the journey in terms of what AI regulation looks like in the country. So of course, the policy document is not a regulation. It's basically telling us what the road ahead is in South Africa when it comes to AI. And it covers a number of different things, everything from infrastructure development to employment to education to awareness, including regulation. And so today, even though we don't have a comprehensive AI regulation, there's a number of laws that may still apply to AI tools. So for example, we have our Protection of Personal Information Act. So if you're using any AI tools and there's personal information that you are now processing in those tools, you have to be cognizant of our POPIA. And the information regulator has even said, we will be looking at AI tools when it is processing personal information. If you're in one of the heavily regulated sectors like banking or insurance, they've got a host of, a tech-focused and cyber-focused guidelines and measures that you also have to comply with. AI that you're implementing may be triggering some of those guidelines and regulations, and so you have to be cognizant of that as well. So don't feel like because we don't have something called an AI regulation that there's no laws that apply. You have to look at what data you're using, what use case you're doing, what industry you're operating in, and you'll find that there are a number of laws that you still need to comply with.